Happy Sunday, everyone. Of course, I had no idea that today is Super Bowl Sunday. But here we are. We are competing with the Super Bowl, 5:30 p.m. Central. But I am glad to see you. Happy that you are doing some stretchy things with me. If you have anything that you think that is more of like a tensiony area that you want to focus on, you just let me know at any point in time if you want to type it on in the chat. Hey Steven, hey Scotty, hey Keenan. But yes, we are, if you're here, clearly you don't watch much football either. I had no idea this was happening, but here we are. All right. But again, yeah, if you have anything that you want to do, you just let me know at any point in time and we'll play around with that. All right, so it is that time. Let's start then. Keenan is your sister. Oh my goodness. Hello, sister. Good to meet you online. Well, Keenan, let me know anything you want to do. Just let me know. Scotty had a great suggestion yesterday of doing like neck type of stuff. So that was very helpful for me as well. Sometimes you don't even realize there's tension building up and somebody mentions it and you work on it. You're like, oh gosh, that feels so much better. So just let me know at any point in time. Hey, Manasi. Okay, so let's do right leg crossed in front of left for a super comfortable, easy seat. Relax your hands somewhere on your lap or down on the floor next to you, whatever feels good, comfortable, natural. And take a moment here, close down your eyes. And on your exhale, actively relax your shoulders down away from your ears. So you feel really tall, really long. Full deep inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, gently soften your brow, cheeks. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And do that one more time. Full deep inhale. And long, slow exhale. Gently tuck your chin in toward your chest. And let's take a couple of breaths right here. On your inhale, still lengthen, so you find a lot of length, tall through your spine, still with your chin tucked. On your exhale, check in with your shoulders again. Relax them down away from your ears. One more time, full deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale it out. Your next inhale, let your head slowly roll over toward your right shoulder. Take your time. Feel how that stretch changes as you let your head fall over your right shoulder. And then slowly return your chin toward your chest. Feel all those different sensations as you gently return your chin. And then continue, let your head roll over toward your left shoulder. Again, move slowly. Feel how the stretch kind of moves from the front of your throat out to the right-hand side. And again, return your chin back toward your chest. Check in with your tall spine. Again, let your head roll over toward your right shoulder. And this time we'll pick up our right hand and place just very gently over your head, just above your left ear. Apply as much pressure as you see fit. So more is not better necessarily. See how that feels with just a little bit of extra encouragement. Take one more breath here, full deep inhale. On your exhale, relax your left shoulder, yes, but also check in with your right shoulder. Relax it down and away from your ear. Your next inhale, you might take your left hand out like you're pushing something away. Fingers come back toward your forearm. And we'll take one more breath here. Full deep inhale. Exhale it out. Good. Play around here. Maybe your left arm goes a little bit forward. See how that changes the stretch down your neck. And then maybe gently you bring your arm back toward the back of your space. We'll try that one more time. Bring your left arm forward, closer to your knee. And then one more time, back toward the back of your space. And then return it back to neutral. We'll move our chin, gentle tilt your chin upward toward the ceiling. Still your head pretty heavy over toward your right hand side. And gentle tuck of your chin. Feel the stretch shift toward the back of your neck. One more time. Inhale, go. Lift your chin upward toward the ceiling. And exhale, go chin, a little gentle tuck. Nice. Your next inhale, return just to neutral where your head is heavy over your right shoulder. And we'll take one more breath here. Full deep inhale. Find a little bit length. Exhale. Find a little softness. Relax your shoulders down. Maybe a little bit of a gentle nudge. Head over to your right. Good. And then gently release your hands down back onto your lap or down by your sides. Return your chin toward your chest. And let your head continue to roll over to your left shoulder. We'll do a quick reset here. And then chin back toward your chest. Head over to your right shoulder. Chin toward your chest. This time as you roll your head over to your left shoulder, pause. Take your time getting there, of course. And then once you're there, take an inhale. Still find some length even with your head dropped over to your left shoulder. Breathe deep. And exhale, feel both shoulders fairly even though your head is dropped over to your left shoulder. Good. And your next inhale, pick up your left hand and place it over your head, just above your right ear for a little bit of a nudge, right? And it might not be exactly the same amount of pressure that you put on this side as the first side. Really stay in tune with your body and see what your body is willing to give you this evening, and let's work with that. Good. Take a full deep inhale here. Still find some length, that lift. Your exhale, feel your shoulders drop down away from your ears, even that left shoulder. One more time, full deep inhale. Exhale it out. Start to take your right palm and push it out away from you as if you're pushing something away. Your fingers come back toward your forearm. And still with your head just dropped over to your left shoulder, let's bring this right arm closer toward your knee. Feel how that stretch changes a little bit down your neck. And then move your right hand back toward the back of your space. Yep. And we'll do that one more time. Bring your hand forward closer to your knee. And let your hand move back toward the back of your space. Good. Bring it back into neutral, just at your side. Continue to push actively through the butt of your palm. And keeping your head dropped heavy over to your left shoulder, start to gently tilt your chin upward. And you might find that you need to sort of lift that heaviness out of your left hand a little bit to accommodate the movement. Maybe not. You decide. And then a gentle go tuck of your chin. And there might be some sticky spots where you feel like it might make sense to stay longer. Do that for yourself, absolutely. And we'll take one more time. Go gentle. You tilt your chin upward. And remember, you can lift up your left hand a little bit, relieve some pressure if it feels like it's too much. And then gentle, let's go. Tuck your chin in. Feel that stretch go through the back side of your neck. Good. And then we'll come back to neutral with your head just dropped over toward your left shoulder. Stay for one breath here. Inhale, you find that length. Even the sides of your body you lift. And exhale, so you can gently maybe apply some pressure with your left hand as you continue to push your right palm out of the way. Good, and let's gently then release these hands back to our lap or on either side. Return your chin toward your chest. And again, just a little quick reset. Let your head roll over to your right shoulder. And return your chin back toward your chest. Let your head roll over to your left shoulder. Return your chin toward your chest. One more time each side. Your head over to your right shoulder. Nice. Chin back toward your chest. Still you're tall, you're lifted. Head over to your left shoulder. Chin back toward your chest. Good. Your next inhale, lift your chin off of your chest. You're in neutral. You can keep your eyes closed here. And feel how tall you are right here sitting in your space. Gently lean back. Switch out your legs. So your left leg is crossed in front of your right. And find again your tall spine. Lift up. One breath. Full deep inhale. And long, slow exhale. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Now keeping your eyes closed, start to move your chin toward your right shoulder, but keeping this neutral. So it's like you're looking toward your right shoulder. Somebody's just called you over and you're looking past your right shoulder, but maybe you can keep your eyes closed while you do this. Yeah. And return your face straight ahead. And let's look over to our left shoulder. When I say looking, keep your eyes closed though, as if somebody's called you over your left shoulder. Chin toward your shoulder, yup. Nice. And gently return facing straight ahead. Again, your next inhale. Start to move again your chin over toward your right shoulder, keeping this neutral plane, right? So just letting your head, your neck twist a little bit. Come back through center. Good, and let yourself face the left-hand side again. See, maybe you can draw your chin past your left shoulder without twisting your torso at all. Just that stretch to the side of your neck. Come back through center. This is our final round. Look toward your right-hand side and just stay. We'll take 2 breaths here. All right, so on your inhale, lift up a little bit taller. You feel that stretch really run down the left side of your neck. And on your exhale, see if you might be able to very, very gently nudge your chin even past your right shoulder, very gentle without twisting your torso. One more time, inhale, lengthen as if I'm pulling you straight up into the ceiling. Exhale, let your chin move, maybe, very, very small, past your right shoulder. Good. Keeping your face facing the right hand side, lift your chin up toward the ceiling. So it's like somebody's calling you, but from the top right. And then tuck your chin in. You're still facing your face toward the right hand side. So as you tuck your chin in, maybe it comes closer down toward your right shoulder, toward your right collarbone. One more time. Inhale, go tilt your chin upward. Good. Check your chest and shoulders are pretty square toward the front of your space still. And let's go tuck our chin toward our right collarbone. Ish. Nice. And then return to neutral, so you're still facing the right hand side. We'll go one breath here. Inhale, lengthen, still as if I'm pulling you up toward this ceiling. And exhale, still feel your shoulders drop away from your ears. Nice. Your next inhale, gently return your face to the front and continue as you let your face go over toward your left hand side. Good. Once you're there, take a moment here. Right? We went from like kind of a extreme right hand side, now we're moving to the other side. So give yourself a little bit of time to adjust. Does not need to be aggressive. We're just gently finding our way there, facing our face to the left hand side. Take an inhale, get tall, lift. On your exhale, without twisting your torso, start to maybe move your chin slightly more toward your left, right? One more time. Inhale, lengthen, you're very tall. And exhale, keeping your shoulders, chest square to the front, you maybe move your chin a little bit more to the left. Good, now staying there, still facing this left hand side. Notice any tension in your shoulders. On your next breath, inhale, you gently lift your chin up toward the ceiling. You might feel like, oh, you're not really able to go super far back. That's fine. And gently tuck your chin in toward your left collarbone. Check your chest, your shoulders will want to open up to your left. Best you can, you keep them facing the front of your space. One more time. Inhale. Go. Start to gently tilt your chin upward toward the ceiling. Yes. And gently tuck your chin in. See as you transition toward that tuck, if you can maybe bring your chin even more toward your left, right? This is all gentle, just encouraging. Good. Your next inhale, return to neutral. So your chin, your face is still facing that left-hand side. Shoulders are still square forward toward the front of your space. One breath, full deep inhale, get tall. And exhale, feel your shoulders gently drop away from your ears. Good. And gently, next inhale, return your chin, return your face back to neutral, everything neutral. Good. Inhale, lengthen up out through your crown of your head. Exhale, gently tuck your chin. We've been here. Slowly roll your head over to your left shoulder. We're gonna take it a little bit farther back. Continue. Think about your chin, creating the widest circle as you give yourself permission to let your head gently roll back toward the back of your space. We generally don't find ourselves in this position, so it's normal for your body to want to reject it. Take your time. Eventually your head rolls over to your right shoulder. Eventually your chin, return it back toward your chest. We'll do one more exactly like that. All right, so your upper body stays fairly still. Let your head roll over to your left shoulder. And again, give yourself permission to gently, gently roll your head back. It is heavy. You do not need to leave it lifted. Allow it to relax back, heavy. Head over your right shoulder. Take your time in those transitions. Chin toward your chest. Good. From here, let's go the other direction. Head over to your right shoulder. And your upper body's fairly still, fairly still. Allow again your head to roll back. Let it be heavy. Eventually your head over your left shoulder. And by the way, it's totally normal for your body to not really like this. Chin toward your chest. It might feel quite foreign if you're not used to it. So just gently take your time. Allow your head, second round, to roll over your right shoulder. And if it is helpful to keep your eyes open, do that, right? Trace a line with your eyeballs toward the back of your space. Even if your eyes are closed, you can think about that as if your eyes were open, how you would trace a line with your eyeballs all the way back and return your head to your left shoulder, your chin toward your chest. Good. Let's take a pause here, full deep inhale. A long, slow exhale. Good. Your next inhale, chin back to neutral. And we'll do a couple of things here and keep your eyes closed. You can always look at me though if you want some sort of guidance on this. Start to hollow out your chest. Allow your shoulders to roll forward without hiking them up, right? And then from this space, as you send your chest forward, let's send it out to the right side. So as you send your chest forward, doing just a little circle here, puff open your chest toward the top right side, and then circle it through center. Circle your chest to your left, and return to that hollow shape. And we're moving very slowly and deliberately. So it was interesting just in that first one. I could feel my body do like a slight twinge, like what are we doing? It's super, super deep. So normal for that to happen. Again, we'll do the second round. Chest over to your top right. And again, your eyes can be open for this, no problem, yeah? Chest all the way forward. Really allow your chest to push forward of your shoulders. And then out to your left. And return to the hollow of your chest. Ooh, twice more. We're going super slow, yeah? Chest to your right, top right. Really plaster it all the way forward. Use your hands against your knees to help you. Out to your left. It's that gentle squeeze of your blades, and then we go hollow, separate out through your blades. One more time this direction. Go send your chest all the way top right. And through center. So slow. Top left. And return to that hollow. Hang out here in the hollow real quick. Use your hands to help you. So as you hollow yourself out, let your shoulders come forward. Let your up back round on you quite a bit. And we'll do a couple of resets here. Inhale, go. Press your chest directly forward. Squeeze your blades, draw your shoulders back, puff up your chest. Exhale, go round. Allow your shoulders to come forward without spiking them up. Again, inhale, go Send your chest forward again. Push your hands against your knees, against your legs. Lift up tall through your chest. And exhale, go round. Very nice. All right, so we'll go the other direction then. From here, send your chest to the top left. So circle it all the way around, all the way forward, yes. All the way out to the right. And hollow. Again, go top left. And really think about moving deliberately, center, so we're not just going through the motion of it to the top right. And allow your chest to hollow, allow your blades to separate. Yes, twice more. Chest goes top left, very deliberate. Chest goes center, out to the right. Hollow it out. Ugh, one more time. Chest to top left, through center, yes. Out to the right, and return to that hollow through center. 2 more of those resets real quick. So push your hands against your legs, open your chest, draw your shoulders back, lift your chest up toward the ceiling, and exhale, go round. Whether it helps to think of it as a hollow of your chest or a separation of your blades, whichever one helps you go a little bit deeper, use that. One more time. Inhale, go. Lift your chest up, draw your shoulders back as if I'm digging my nail into your up back. Lift, lift, lift. And exhale, go round. Hollow, hollow. Use your hands to help you separate your blades. Good. And then gently return to neutral. Let's lean back again real quick. Change out your legs, right leg crossed in front of our left. Good. From this place, let's take an inhale, arms go all the way up high toward the ceiling. Bend your right arm, take your left elbow and left hand, grab your right elbow and lift up nice and tall here. Lengthen without getting too ribby. I don't know if this shirt shows through, but you want to pull your navel in so it's nice and lifted and tall, strong. And then gently lean over to your left hand side. For me, when I lean and I bend my right arm even more, it helps to feel that tricep stretch highlighted deeper. Maybe you pick up your chin, push your head against your right arm a little bit, helps you open up your chest. Take one more breath here. Inhale, lift up on your left-hand side, lovely. And exhale, lean a little bit farther out. Nice. And then gently release, let's switch it. Right hand this time grabs a hold of your left elbow. Peek out, go lift up, tall belly in, right side lift, and exhale, just gentle, gentle. We lean over to this right hand side. Maybe you can find a space where your head can help push your arm back a little bit. Inhale, maybe you lift your chin up, chest up, stay lifted on your right hand side. Exhale, lean a little bit farther. Maybe bend your left arm a little bit more. That helps me feel that tricep stretch a bit deeper. Good. Gently come up, release your arms. Take this right arm in front of your chest, bend up your left arm, hook it, drop these shoulders down. We'll take a breath here. Inhale, go lengthen. Exhale as much as your body allows, pull your left arm in closer to you and start to look past your right shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, get a little taller. Exhale as you pull your left arm, move your chin past your right shoulder just a little bit more. Take one breath here in through your nose. Exhale, relax your shoulders down. Exhale out through your nose. Look past your right shoulder. Good. And then gently release these arms, return your head. Take your right arm, wrap it around your waist, back behind. Take your left hand, grab a hold of your right wrist. Lift up tall, pull maybe a little bit farther out to your left. Drop your head over to your left shoulder. Let's take one breath here. Inhale. Exhale, see if you might be able to pull your right arm over a little bit more. Draw your right shoulder back a little bit more. Yes, one more breath in through your nose. Exhale, relax your both shoulders down. Good. And then gently release. We'll take both hands back, interlace. Take an inhale, go lift your chest up, push your knuckles down toward the floor, and then maybe a little bit farther back behind you. We'll do that again. Inhale, go lift your chest up, draw your shoulders back. And then maybe again, you can get your knuckles to go a little bit farther back. Maybe, you don't have to, right? You know your body best. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, puff up your chest, really draw your shoulders back, and let your knuckles maybe go farther back. Puff up your chest again. Yes, one more time. Inhale, lift up through your chest, super, super open. And maybe exhale, you let your knuckles draw back farther, puff up your chest again. Hang out right here. For 4, actively lift through your chest. For 3, draw your shoulders back. For 2, yes. For 1, gently release that. Release your arms, shake it loose. Lean back, switch out your legs once again. Left leg crossed in front of right. Inhale, arms go all the way up high toward the ceiling. Exhale as you take your left arm over your chest. We'll take this right arm, bend it, and pull in. All right. Take a breath here. Inhale, lengthen up tall, lift, lift, lift. Sides of your body super tall. Exhale, start to look past your left shoulder. Relax both shoulders down away from your ears. That's exactly right. Inhale, go lengthen again. Exhale, you might pull your right arm in a little bit closer. Look past your left shoulder. We'll take another breath here. Inhale. Notice any places of tension on your exhale. See if you might be able to relax. So I just noticed my left arm was really like tight. Then it made it difficult to pull in. So if you can relax this left arm and use your right arm to do some work, allow your left arm just to give into it, fall into that stretch. Nice. Good, and then gently, gently, let's undo. Continue your left arm all the way back around your waist. We'll take this right hand, grab a hold of your left wrist, lift up nice and tall, and gently drop your head over to your right shoulder. And relax your both shoulders down away from your ears. Take an inhale, go lift up sides of your body tall, long. Exhale, you might pull your arm even farther out. Draw your left shoulder back. Feel that stretch along the left side of your neck. We'll take one more breath here. Full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Good. We're going to switch up this little chest opener here. As you gently release, return your head to neutral, release your arms. We'll interlace our fingers again. If you can remember which fingers you crossed the first time, just do the opposite. And instead of drawing knuckles down, we'll do palm side down. So on your inhale, lift up tall through your chest just as we did. On your exhale, see if you can flip it around. So now we're palm side down. And then just check, maybe right away, this is a little bit aggressive and your fingers have come undone, right? Maybe you get a little bit tighter grip, flip them around and find your place again. Perfect. We'll do that a couple of times then. Again, this is a big chest opener already. Maybe this is a lot on your shoulders, just finding that rotation. So as you move into this, remember, we're moving incrementally, maybe very tiny movements, and that's fine. All right, we'll spend 4 breaths here just in finding our position, our max. So take some time each breath, lift your chest up, and if you feel like you can go maybe a little bit deeper, send these arms back. Totally do that for yourself. Notice at some point in time, your body will say no more, right? So there is an end to this, and we respect that edge. If your fingers are starting to loosen up from their grip, that's a really great tell as well. Maybe you kind of hang out around that area. Again, if you can keep on going though, absolutely don't let me stop you. If you do not like these legs any longer, I personally do not like them in this position. I'm gonna make them just in this parallel bent leg position. But again, if you like the cross-legged, you do you, do your thing. I'm gonna go a little bit farther. Okay, so let's say you are at a place where you do not feel comfortable lifting up your arms and placing them back down. I'm pretty much at that place right now, but I think I can go a little bit deeper, right? This is my thought process at least. Maybe you think you can as well. So a great way to continue adding some depth to this without risking ourselves just flopping over if we cannot bring ourselves back in a gentle position is just taking these legs, if you don't have them here, starting to do a little bit of a windshield wipe. So your arms stay the same, your butt moves away from you. And this, when you first do it, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can do this for days. Once you make a change though, and your hips are a little bit farther from your hands, maybe you stay put just for a couple of breaths, see how your body is responding, right? So give yourself some time. And after a couple of breaths, if you're like, oh, actually I can do a little bit more, oh my gosh, by all means, do your thing. You might straighten out your legs, continue to puff open your chest. Again, it's a big rotation for your shoulders even, so take your time. It might even feel kind of like a lot in your elbow area, especially if you do any sort of activities which, where you're holding sort of a bent arm position for longer periods of time. So whether that's like tennis or weightlifting or climbing even, your arms are probably not used to being like super straight for such a long time. Then give yourself a break and definitely just breathe right into it. You do not need to go deeper for this to be super effective in opening up your chest, finding a good rotation, and letting our arms find their maximum range of motion in terms of how long and straight they are. Okay, we'll take a couple breaths here. Inhale, pick up your chest. Exhale, you just stay. Best you can, any tension, tightness you feel, you start to let that go. One more time, okay? Full deep inhale. Exhale it out. So good. Now to come out of this, there are a couple of ways. If you can simply lift yourself up, that you haven't gone too deep in order to come out of it, do that for yourself. Simply lift up. I think I can do that myself. If you're in a place where you're like, oof, I feel like I might just collapse, gently start to let go of your interlaced fingers. Start to shift your body weight forward like you're doing a hinge. Your arms will feel pretty useless at this point, so give them a quick little kind of shake, whether it's in your shoulders or just the bending and straightening of these arms, so we restore some range of motion, or not range of motion, blood flow back into these arms. And while we're doing that, let's focus on our legs. We move into just a tight compression here. So keep your right leg extended. You can continue doing your arm things. And we'll take the back side, the belly side of our left leg and scoot it up a little bit closer to us. Now, if this is your max, that's great. You can hang out right here, start to work this forward fold compression. It's like an obstacle, right? Just hitting ourselves in the chest. If this feels okay for you still, you change your grip to the outside, so your shin side, and then maybe you scoot your left foot in even closer to you. All right, maybe. All right, from here, let's take this right hand close at the base. And maybe for one more adjustment, just why not? Scoot your bottom even closer to your left heel. Still you flex your right foot back toward your face. All right, still with your left knee facing up best you can. Take your left arm, lift it up. And you have this obstacle, but we're gonna kind of go to the right of this obstacle, left arm inside, armpit inside of your left knee crease. And then maybe you take your left arm around. Your left hand maybe touches just about your left butt cheek or somewhere thereabouts. And if this is a lot, you stay right here. You might even just grab onto your left ankle and then find that forward fold compression. If it is accessible to you balance-wise, your right hand can lift up off of the floor. Maybe you take your right arm around and maybe you meet your left fingers. This is kind of a deep forward fold. It's kind of a deep compression as well. And those both things are happening at the same time. I realize I'm wearing a lot of black today, so it's a little bit difficult to see. So I'm gonna switch my position real quick. Okay, so if you were here and you wrapped around, you might take your right arm as well and wrap it around. So your left knee is still facing up toward the ceiling. Both butt cheeks are still on the floor. Take an inhale to lose all this roundness. Lift, right? And then from there, if you can manage it, you do it like a baby forward fold. It's a big compression on your left side hip joint. So if you're feeling that, that is what we are all feeling for sure. Not to worry, take your time with it. And then best we can in this somewhat like kind of a deep place, use your breath to start to soften. I feel like when we get into positions that are a little bit deeper, that require maybe a little bit more patience, we can definitely practice using our breath to help us in that endeavor. So using our breath to take all that tension and gently let it leave our body, all right? So giving our bodies that message that, hey, we are okay. We don't need to be in the fight or flight mode. No need for the defensiveness. Just nice and chill, breathe right through it, and allow our bodies to soften a little bit. So there's not this feeling of tension or like fighting against yourself within your body. And hopefully in the course of me talking, you forgot that you were in this position and it felt a little bit more natural and familiar to you. Let's take one more breath here in through your nose. And exhale, maybe we hinge a little bit deeper. So good. All right, from this place, let's gently unwind this. Still your right leg is extended, still your left knee is facing up toward the ceiling. Let's take our left hand close with our base. Your left butt cheek will want to lift up off of the floor. Lift your right arm up, and even if you do have to lift your left butt cheek off of the floor, for me it almost helps me get more of my armpit on the outside. After you do that, drop it back down. Right? So if you lift it for the initial position, drop it back down and use that leverage of your leg pushing against your arm pushing against your leg to twist a little bit deeper. Good. Let's take another breath here. Inhale, use your left hand behind you to lift yourself up, pull your navel in tight, and then keeping your belly pulled in, use your arm against your leg against your arm to twist, twist, and twist. Very good. And then gently untwist. We'll keep our right leg long. And then take this left foot on the outside, but instead of going right outside this right knee, we'll continue. So this left knee is basically on top of our right knee. And we want to get this left heel as close to our hip as possible, which is easier said than done. So let's check it out, see if we can find that position. So you kind of swing this leg over as far as possible. And if you're like me, I just kind of know that this foot's gonna slip the moment I let go. So I'm just gonna place my right hand right in front of my left foot and then readjust myself such that I'm fairly square over this right leg. Okay, so you have left knee on top of right knee, your left heel as close to your right hip as possible. Lift up tall through your chest and find a gentle forward fold. You might notice right away that you feel your hamstrings stretch right on your right leg. Let's do a couple of things. Flex your right foot back toward your face. And I love this just because it provides this heaviness, right? Once we've put ourselves in the position, there's a lot of heaviness that goes right over our right leg. So we set ourselves up. And then once we forward fold, we have a pretty darn long leg because of the heaviness of our left leg. And we get maybe a deeper stretch than we would get had we done it on its own, right? Just a normal forward fold. Take one more breath here, in through your nose, lengthen. Keep that length, exhale, fold a little bit deeper. All right, if your foot is no longer sliding and maybe you wanna let go of it, maybe you wanna try reaching for your foot in front of you. Sorry, I'll come back into screen. All right, so let's say your foot actually does not move anymore. Miraculously, on my part, it's not moving right now. This doesn't always happen. Right hand maybe to the outside of your leg somewhere, your foot maybe. And then notice your weight will want to be all the way over on your right hand side. See if you might be able to drop this left butt cheek down as heavy as your right butt cheek. And that's where my foot generally wants to slide, but I want to find that place where I'm fairly balanced and maybe I can grab on to this foot in front of me. Whether you have your foot or not, no matter. Let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, open your chest. And this just helps me at least flex a bit harder because on my own, I might not really want to because it feels so much more difficult. One more time, inhale. If you find that you're toppling over to your right hand side, you might use your left hand to kind of keep yourself lifted, and exhale, fold. And then you have both butt cheeks on the floor, and you still have that added pressure on your right leg to keep it straight, and you still have your right hand helping you to flex your foot back towards your face. Good. And then gently, let's lift ourselves up out of that. We're gonna go one deeper. So keeping your left leg exactly as is, we'll start to fold that right leg in. So you might need to lean quite a bit over to your right hand side to give your right leg some space, some lightness, to now find yourself in that full Gomukhasana. All right, so I'll face you head on. Your heel on either side of your hip here, still knee on knee action. And then best you can, again, we're trying to drop this left butt cheek to the floor. And what a nice little glute stretch it is. Whether you have your hands blocking you, blocking your feet that is, from moving out to the sides or not is no problem. However you'd like to do it, start to forward fold over. Again, let that left butt cheek be heavy. And let the weight of your upper body provide some good help to get a little bit deeper in this place. Oh, that's great, Scotty. It is one of those, these Gomukhasana ones are one of those where like, it is so good for us, but it's also difficult to get ourselves in the position and then stay in that position. So it's nice to do it together for sure. Now hopefully we've felt a little bit more comfortable in this place. It's all relative. We'll come out of it real quick and I'll give you another option. If you like this and you really want to focus on this, totally. If you would like to add some arms to this situation, we'll just lift this right arm up. And just like way back when we did that little tricep stretch, you'll bend your right arm. And if you can manage it, we'll take this left arm, elbow facing down, and reach for your opposite set of fingers, right? So finger to finger, you reach for something. Drop your left butt cheek down. I'm just like noticing myself with my left butt cheek up. Lift up tall, chin up, chest up, and then maybe you gently fold. This arm situation is a big ask. We haven't done like a ton of like arm stuff, shoulder stuff. So if it is difficult to reach for your fingers, you can grab a hold of like a scarf, a belt, whatever it is to help you in this. And we'll hang out here for just 2 breaths. So you can stay heavy on this left. Inhale, open your chest, maybe lift your right elbow up a little bit. Reach for those fingers, exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, lengthen. Good, and exhale, go fold. And gently lift yourself up. Take some time here as you release your fingers to fingers and do any sort of shakes, any movement that you need. Free yourself from this position. But before we undo it completely, once you're still knee on knee, but your feet are out to this side, let's find this. So when you look down at your legs, I don't know if it's filming that well or videos that well, but you see your right foot, your knee on knee, and then your left foot. This forms one long line. All right, so I'll just show you from the side real quick. So if you've done class with me at some point in time, maybe you've done like the butterfly stretch where we're doing it lying down, we grab onto the opposite foot and pull in close to us. So this is basically that, but we're obviously upright. So hands back behind, lift up tall through your chest, and gently hinge. When you have heel, knee, heel in one long line, it will not feel really nice, right? When your heel is in a little bit closer, somehow it feels somewhat more accessible. This is basically like you're doing double pigeon. Flex your feet, allow yourself to hinge forward. And I encourage you to experiment with it, right? If you have done this lying on your back before, you might find that it's difficult to actually grab your feet and make yourself pull. But because we're now going the other direction, we have gravity on our side. Hopefully, this helps us get the position and helps us maintain our depth, or test our depth at least a little bit. We'll stay for one more breath. In through your nose, open chest, long spine. And exhale as much body weight as you want over your legs. Fold a little bit deeper. Yes. Okay, gently, let's release. Ooh, undo. And shake loose these legs real quick. By the way, when we did the Gomukhasana arms, if that was tricky, right, grabbing your opposite set of your finger to finger action, remember that's something that we did last time, I remember, we can do it lying on the ground. So it helps use the floor as almost like a prop. Let's bend up this right leg to help you get your fingers a little bit closer to each other, if that is something of interest to you. Definitely check out last week we went through it, and it's really nice. You lie on the floor helps you out. It's great. I love it when we can use just the floor as a prop. We don't need anything extra. It's kind of nice. So your right foot as close to you as possible. Maybe it's here, and that's totally fine. We're just starting to feel that hinging action. So your compression on this right side hip joint, no problem. You might be out here. It's no problem. If you can afford to maybe scoot this heel in closer, you do that for yourself. And then maybe you scoot your bottom toward your heel, and that helps as well. So wherever you are, we are experiencing this like obstacle that is our right leg, right, hitting our chest. From here, keep your left hand close with your base, lift your right arm up, and then we're getting this right armpit right inside of our right leg. Continue this right arm wrapping around. Maybe you touch just about kind of your right butt cheek here. And then maybe you take your left arm around and reach for your fingers. Now, initially when you reach for your fingers, it might look like mine, a little bit crazy looking. That's okay. Drop this right butt cheek down best you can. Find some length in your chest best you can. And then continue with that length as you forward fold. If this is actually quite accessible to you, you're like, what are you talking about? This is super easy. You might, in this case, let's see, reach for your wrist. So if you can inch your way over a little bit more, your right hand might reach for your left wrist and you fold. Let's see if that makes sense. Left hand reaching for your right wrist. This makes much more sense. Left hand, right wrist. So it'll look like that. And it wasn't a very beautiful transition, but there we are. This helps me then draw my right arm back a little bit, drop my right butt cheek down a little bit, and find some length just in my breath to forward fold a bit deeper. Spend some time here. No worries. Just getting used to that obstacle that is our right leg is something that requires a bit of patience, a bit of time. And I definitely still feel an unevenness in my hips, in my weight distribution, because my weight is primarily over my left leg, and I want to shift more weight into my right butt cheek as well. Relax your shoulders down. Open your chest. We'll hang out here for a little bit longer. And as we've been hanging out here for a little bit longer, maybe you can inch your left hand closer to your right wrist. I'm gonna scoot over a little bit so you can see. Looks like this. And this helps me once I've gotten a pretty good grip of my right wrist to help me draw a little bit deeper into my hinge. Helps me drop my right butt cheek down a little bit more. All of these things, especially they're kind of deep, just requires a little bit of patience and time and breath. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Feel even here in this tight compression that the sides of your body can find some length. And then exhale, maintain that length as you gently hinge. All right. And then let's gently unhinge, let go. All right, we'll keep our legs in the same position. So your left leg extended, right leg bent, right hand close with your base. And if you need to lift your right butt cheek up, no problem. Reach your left arm up. And best you can, practice your left arm outside of your right leg. I just lifted my butt entirely up off of the floor to get my arm outside of my leg more. These maybe are not the best practices, but for me, it helps get more arm outside my leg so I can use it one against the other to find a deeper twist. It's really easy in this position to let your low back round on you. So you want to use on your inhale a little bit of length, right? So push your right hand into the floor, find that little bit of length, pull your belly in tight. Now preserve. On your exhale there, you twist. So you feel like your belly button is passing your right thigh. One more time then, inhale, go lift up a little bit taller, pull your navel in tight. And exhale, we go twist, we go twist, we go twist. Nice, let's gently untwist. Keep your left leg as is. And we'll take this right foot on the outside of our left leg. Now we're going for knee on top of knee action. Let's take this right foot then and get as close to our left hip as possible. So however you'd like to get there. I don't feel like I have necessarily like a set way I do this, but move your foot all the way over best you can. I do know that I always do this though. I use my left hand to block my right foot from moving once I put it there. And again, my biggest thing I'm working on is just dropping this right butt cheek down. So there's more even weight distribution And once you've put yourself in your place, lift up tall through your chest and gently hinge. And again, right away, you might just find that because we're in this half Gomukhasana, that there is a lot of weight over your left leg, and automatically your left leg is quite a bit longer and straighter than you usually practice, than your usual like forward fold. It's so interesting because we tell ourselves, we're like, oh yeah, my leg is definitely straight. And then we are given this wonderful reality check when we have our pressure over our other leg. We're like, oh my gosh, actually, our leg was probably not as straight as we thought it was. So it's always like a good gut check, a good second check. Continue to send energy out your left heel. Flex your left foot back toward your face. And anytime you feel in these forward folds, especially if we're holding them for a little bit longer, if you feel at any point in time your upper body is just feeling a bit crunchy, you feel free to take your like halfway lifts, basically. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold, right? So there's always activity there, even though it looks like we're just hanging out in the same spot. There's always some activity. We're making these small, subtle adjustments to feel a little bit more, to make the posture more effective for us. If this works for you, you might take your left hand to your left foot. You might grab onto your ankle, your calf. This just helps me flex my foot even harder. For some reason on this side though, maybe I have been pretty honest with myself. It doesn't feel that much different than when I do it on my own without this right leg on top. So pat on the back for me. The other side definitely felt significantly different. This side feels kind of the same. So I think I've been maybe more honest with myself on this side. Hey, these little achievements, we gotta give ourselves credit for that too, right? See if you can still drop your right butt cheek down so you're fairly even. And if that's a little bit difficult to do, remember your right hand can be propped just to help you maintain balance while you hold on to your left foot or ankle or calf, whatever it is. Breathe. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen, open chest. Exhale, fold. I'm actually quite surprised. It really doesn't feel that much different than when I'm doing my one leg forward fold. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right, gently, let's lift ourselves up and we'll continue. So let's bend this bottom leg then in, left foot in with your right hip. So again, however you'd like to do this, I'm gonna lean over to my left quite a bit and then just slide my left leg in. It's easy for this left heel to go underneath your butt. See if you actually when I'm leaning all the way over to my left, I feel like I can get myself a little bit tighter on this side and then reposition yourself. So hands maybe blocking your foot on either side, or maybe you're actually in good shape and you feel okay without that blockage. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, lift. Get fairly square. Exhale, fold. And this is such a wonderful glute stretch. Maybe you feel it too on your right side. One more time, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, go fold. It's amazing, just that heaviness of our upper body really makes all the difference as we fold over. Okay, so remember you can stay here. If you already know you don't like those Gomukhasana arms, it's totally fine. If you'd like to though, find yourself back in an upright position. Your legs are in good shape. We'll just take this left arm, just like we did that tricep stretch earlier, and then bend it. So you're crawling your fingers down your back. And we'll take this right arm, same deal. Right elbow faces down, and we'll crawl our fingers up our back. See what we can do. This is always a surprise, what I can do. And today it looks like I'm going to reach my fingers. It's never a guarantee, I tell you. I'm always like, oh my gosh, that's great. But I feel also that my fingers are a little slippery from that winter lotion that I've been using. Lift up tall. elbow up, there we go. And then gently, if you can afford to do so, maybe you give yourself a forward fold. The interesting thing about here, this one's a little bit tighter for me, so my grasp of my fingers is not as kind of tight as my other side, and my chest seems to want to face kind of the left side of my right leg instead of head on. My right butt cheek wants to lift up. So when you do these types of things, because there are so many details, and sometimes to think about doing all of them is quite overwhelming, I think you have to then start to think about what you want to prioritize, because as much as we want to do it, maybe we cannot fit all those details in this particular session, right? Maybe your body, for whatever reason, feels a little bit tighter or whatever, and you just have to choose. And I think that's perfectly fine, right? So for me, I feel like I want to choose to get my right butt cheek down. That stretch for me on my glute feels just amazing. I really want to focus on that. And then actually, from thereafter, my second goal, I want to stay square over. And my third one is just to maintain the grip of my fingers, which I'm still hanging on, but feels like it's a bit of a big ask right now. And then best you can, we're using our breath to gently soften any of those places that feel overly tense. And in my body, at least, what feels overly tense is my right shoulder. So sometimes it's gonna stay tense, but I'm just gonna do the best that I can with every exhale to remind myself to relax that place. We'll spend 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, fold. Good, good, good. Woo! Gently release, come up. Release your arms, take on any shakes. Ooh, this right arm. And before we completely let go of this shape, we'll just scoot our heels out a little bit so we still have the knee on knee action. Flex your feet as you move into this place. And when you look down, you just want to see heel, knee on top of knee, heel. So one long line. Take your hands back behind you, and then just notice by default if your chest is sort of facing your left as opposed to square over. That's what mine feels like right now, that I'm not naturally being square. Maybe yours is perfectly square. But I'm going to use my hands then behind me to kind of readjust, find some more squareness, some more balance between my 2 butt cheeks before I do any forward folding. Take some time here. We're in this butterfly stretch that we oftentimes do on the floor. Not even that often, but sometimes. Maybe you've taken class with me where we've done this butterfly stretch. Or maybe double pigeon you've done with me. Same, but different type of feel. But again, we're doing 90 degrees on both legs. And best you can in this position, just as we would lying down on the floor, you want to find some squareness, chest over your legs, and recognizing that it's not going to be the most comfortable position sometimes is very helpful, because then you just accept it. You're like, all right, this is what we're doing. And somehow it feels mentally more palatable and thus physically more palatable. We'll take a couple breaths here in through your nose, lengthen. And exhale, let yourself go heavy, upper body over legs. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale. Good. Your next inhale, let's gently lift ourselves back up. Ooh! Let's undo our legs. Yes, this class is very mellow, right? Mellow indeed. Let's find your legs, our feet just in a parallel position, legs bent. And we'll let our legs fall, knees fall over to our right hand side. And gently return back through center. Let these knees, legs fall over to our left hand side. You can do hands behind you as well. This feels kind of more natural to me right now, so I'm just going along with it. Knees back through center. One more time each side. Knees out to your right. For me, I'm going to do a gentle forward fold even. You don't have to. This is just what my body is feeling, telling me to do. And then let's come back through center one last time. Knees over to your left, legs over to your left. And I'm just going to do a little forward fold. Good. And let's come back through center. Let's extend both legs out then. Mild V, super mild V. Take your hands back behind you, lift up tall through your chest, lift. And give yourself just a very gentle forward fold. I'm gonna keep my hands back behind me and use your hands to help continue that feeling that the crown of your head is like launching out like a rocket. All right, find that length, find that energy going out to the crown of your head. And we'll hang out here for our final little stretch. It can be as deep or as shallow as you want it to be. Check in with these feet. If your feet are coming in, toes are coming in, knees are coming in, return so that they're facing up. And we'll hang out here. Continue to lengthen through your neck so your head is not overly tilted upward. Find that neutral spine all the way through your neck. Find the sides of your body still very long. And we'll hang out here for our last 4, 3, for 2, for 1. Good. Gently lift yourself back up. And then keep your hands here, or you might bring them just on your lap. Take a moment to close down your eyes. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Empty out your lungs. We'll take a full deep inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Soften your face, your brow, your jaw, your shoulders, drop them down. One more time, full deep inhale. Long, slow exhale. Your next inhale, open your eyes. Ooh, nice work this evening. What a great Super Bowl we enjoyed together. Wow, I feel all sorts of stretched out, and I recognize very much that that was probably not very mellow, but hopefully we were able to take away some stretchy bits. And remember, you can always back out of things. You don't need to go super deep. But thanks for playing along. We hit a little bit of everything, and I hope, Scotty, that your neck is feeling a little bit better. Good to see you, Manasi, and all that wonderful stuff. And of course, it was great to meet you, Keenan. Have a great rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow, maybe, for some core bits 9 a.m. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, my friends. Be good. Stay warm.